welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be reviewing the Lunar Beauty Greek Goddess palette. So if you want to see how this works, then just keep watching. So this is the Greek Goddess palette from Lunar Beauty. It does retail for $48. I think with shipping mine ended up being $54. It comes in this packaging, and then this is the palette itself. It is really easily dirty, like just my handprints have gotten it dirty. But this is what the inside of the palette looks like. Ooh, ooh. There is 15 shadows in here. There's mostly neutrals. There's a couple of pops of color in here, but mostly neutrals. So there's a lot of controversy around the Medusa on here. This is a Greek Goddess collection. This is what the collection, this is their postcard. Cutting it out. This is their postcard. They have, it looks like lip products, a highlighter palette, and then this eyeshadow palette. And so that's the only thing I got. There is, like I said, controversy on the Medusa because they're saying that the collection is Greek Goddess and Medusa is not a Greek Goddess. However, my thoughts on it are if he were to put a Greek Goddess on this palette, you wouldn't know who it is. I mean, maybe Athena, but you really wouldn't know who it is, whereas Medusa is a very well-known Greek mythology character. So I get that it's not a goddess, but I feel like if they actually put a goddess on this palette, you wouldn't know who it is. At least this, just looking at it, you know who it is. So that's my thought. Another controversy is that it's copying Versace, however you want to say it. But, I mean, the Medusa is a lot different. If you look at Versace's, they do not have actual snakes. It's kind of like a, it's just different. Also, if you want to talk about copying, Versace is Italian, Medusa is Greek. Not that it really matters because I don't care about copying. I'm just saying, if you want to talk about copying, technically that's copying, I guess. Who cares? I don't care. I'm just saying, those are all of the drama that I've seen surrounding it so far. I haven't really seen anything about the shadows, if they're bad or good. I haven't really watched anything. So let's just jump into this. I figure as we go, since this is a cultural product, being that it's the mythological and then also that it's Greek, and I'm Greek, I figured I would go through and say the names in English, say the names in Greek, because I do know I was born here in the US, so I was taught the English way, or American way at least, to say these names, but I have been told before that they're not the same in Greek as they are in English, so I figured we'd say what they actually are. I don't know them, so I'm going to Google them, but I can read Greek spelling, so I'll just say that. And then I will say what the goddess is that I'm using, so yeah, let's get into this. I'm gonna first use, I'm gonna have to pull up Google. This is gonna take me a bit. Google. Okay, so I'm gonna use the first shade, which is Hestia. It is just a bone shade. According to Google, the way the Greeks spell it, they don't pronounce the H, so it's Hestia. It says that this is a virgin goddess of hearth, architecture, and the right of ordering a democracy. Okay, we're gonna use that to set my eyelids. And I love how big this mirror is. Oh, by the way, my lid base is just primer, or is just concealer. There's a little bit of fallout, but not much. Let's go in with Artemis. Yeah, so I'm gonna go in with Artemis. It's this orangey-ish shade down here. It's like a terracotta. Let's Google Artemis. Alright, Artemis is said the same in Greek, it's just the pronunciation, where you put the pronunciation's different, but spelling wise it's the same. It says that she is the goddess of hunt, the wilderness, wild animals, and chastity. So we're going to use that to start my crease. Can I be honest with you? I only bought this palette because it's Greek goddesses. I'm just gonna be real. Whoa, holy white, stop being white. As a disclaimer, I have never tried Lunar Beauty's products, so this is new for me. So far, at least this color is really pigmented. I can't tell you about Hestia because it's bone shade, so I can't really see it that well. But this shade is very pigmented, and so far it's blending out really nicely. So I'm gonna go in with Persephone. I don't know how to say it in English. Persephone. It's a cool tone gray, and cool tone brown. I'm gonna use that to just kind of deepen the crease a little bit. So, according to Google, the way you say it in Greek is, hold on, my brain doesn't translate Greek that fast. Persephone. Yeah, Persephone. Says though that it's also called Kori, but in English it's, I don't know, we probably still say Kori. It's Kore. She is Queen of the Underworld. Wow. How do I not know that? I feel like a disgrace at this moment. So I'm going to take that and I'm just going to use that to deepen the crease. There is fallout on that shade. There's been fallout on all of them. I just don't consider it bad fallout. Fallout to me isn't a problem, but if it's a problem to you, there is some fallout with this palette so far. So I'm going to use that right in the crease just to deepen it up some.
Ooh, I just broke like the fucking light. I feel like using like every shade possible.
I'm going to go back in with my first brush. I'm not going to add any product, but I'm going to use that to blend the two shades together better. We're going to add a little of Artemis again, just because I feel like we're losing the orange more than I want to. This is funny, I don't even know how to say the Greek names in English. So next I'm going to go into the shade Rhea, I think is how you say it in English. I don't know. The spelling in Greek, I still don't know how to say it because there's so many different versions of an English E that that's not my forte to read. But it says she is, she, he, it. She's the goddess of female fertility, motherhood, and generation. Wow. So we're going to use her, and I'm going to lay it down more on the outer edge, or outer V, but I'm going to actually put it on my lid, if that makes sense. And we're also going to blend that into the crease. So when I do shades like this where I want it on my crease, I still use a fluffy brush, but I actually press it sideways more into the pan. That way I can actually then press it onto the lid. And then have it roughly blended, and then I'm going to go back in with a little bit of Artemis and blend that together. All honesty, we probably could have skipped Persephone. But isn't that how you say it in English too? Persephone? And it just looks like phone instead of phony. Oh my gosh. Can we talk about this? Do you guys see this? I don't know if it's going to show you. Maybe if I do this. See how there's nothing here? Look at that fallout. It's like not even there. It completely just colored that area. I mean, I'm not that mad because I want that color down there, but I didn't put it down there. So next I'm going to go in with this dark brown shade. I think in English you say it Calliope? Alright. Looks like in Greek it's supposed to be pronounced Calliope. Don't know if that's right. She is muse who provides over... I don't like that definition. Give me another. Just says she's the muse who presides over epic poetry and is harmony, chief of all muses. She's the goddess of, there we go, goddess of music, song, and dance. Jesus, like you can't tell me that's a muse. It's not a goddess then. Anyways, I'm going to use an angled brush, and I'm going to take this shade and get a lot off. And then I'm going to put that along the outer edge waterline and kind of bring it in and then smoke it into the V, if that makes sense. I feel like what I say doesn't translate very well sometimes. Like that. And then I'm gonna go back in with a brush and just blend it. Not adding any product, just blending. So we're gonna have to deepen this side because I accidentally messed up and got that too high. So we're gonna go match it. So I just accidentally got it up here. Now we're just gonna blend it all together. Okay, we're gonna go back in with Artemis because as we did that dark shade and I messed up, it's kind of getting really deep and I feel like I'm losing the orange. So I'm just gonna add a little more. Okay, before I do the lid, I'm gonna move on to the bottom. I feel like especially the side's already down there, so let's go ahead and add some more. We're gonna take Artemis, smoke her all over the lash line. And this side's already done it, but on this side, we'll connect it to the top half. And I'm gonna really blow this out. This is deep. We're gonna go in with a smaller brush and we're gonna take the Calliope, still can't say it, the dark brown shade. And we're gonna put that right along the lash line. I'm gonna keep it on the outer edge and then bring what's left over into the middle or into the inner, but not too much. And then I'm gonna go back in with a little bit of Artemis to mix them together. Okay, we're going to go in with Athena, which is like this really pretty, like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like iridescent pink shift. Looks really pretty. Don't know if it's gonna match this, so we might have to go with something else. So, Athena is the goddess of wisdom, courage, inspiration, civilization, law and justice, strategic warfare, mathematics, strength, strategy, arts, crafts, and skill. So a lot. Okay. I'm gonna try to use my finger for this one and hope for the best. Ooh. Okay. I made a lot of fallout by using my finger. I think I'm gonna try to just use a brush because my fingers are too long now to get in there. Alright, not as fun with the brush, but still gets it in there. And then I'm going to take the other brush that I used before, kind of blend the product together. I'm not adding any product though. It's really pretty, but I feel like it's not keeping the intensity, like on camera. On my monitor, I can see it looks pretty, but it doesn't look like I think it does in person. I'm going to use a different shade. I feel like this shade just isn't going with this darker vibe. So I'm going to go in with Selene, which is English. Greek, it's Selene. She is the goddess of moon. So I'm going to take my finger and try to cover this up. I don't know how well that's going to work. Because I'm using my finger and trying to cover this, I am getting a lot of fallout. Like a lot. Pretty color though. I'm gonna try to use the brush to clean up all the edges. I'm gonna take a little of the dark shade, the Calliope, I don't know, Calliope is what I want to say. Is that right? Alright, I'm just gonna take that, a little bit of that shade to kind of blend it back and get my color back. I feel like I'm missing that. And then I'm going to go in with a fluffy brush and a little bit of Artemis to blend it all together. Oh, alright, I like it. I'm going to try to just use a brush on the other side with Selene to see how it works. No. We're going to use my finger. Definitely faster. I feel like if you're going to use this palette, use it with no face base on. I'm probably going to regret this, but let's try to use Athena as an inner corner highlight and the brow bone. Ooh, okay. She's working, she's working. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and finish my lashes off camera and then I'll be right back. Okay, so my lashes are done. I just used the IT Cosmetics Superhero Lashes. On my lips, in case you were wondering, is Fenty Beauty's Gloss in Gloss Bomb. No, Fenty Glow? Don't know. So I really like how this look turned out. It wasn't what I planned on, and I don't normally do dark shimmers, but I actually really like this. I think this palette actually blends really, really nicely. I would just suggest not having your face done if you're using the shimmers. What's going on with my hair? Just stop. Oh, this is why I always wear my hair up. So overall, I actually really like this palette. I do think it's a really nice palette. I do think it's pretty decent for the price point. I mean, shoot, I buy more expensive palettes, so I actually think it's really nice. It did blend really nicely. Yeah, I like it actually a lot. So if you want to see any more looks with this, I probably will do a couple of other ones because there are some other fun shades in here in different like tones, pink wise and other things. So I probably will do a couple of other looks with this, but yeah, that's all I have for this video. So thank you for watching and I'll see you in my next one.